Well, today we step back to honor the life and impact of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
And on this day, we want to take time to focus on something that doesn't get much attention, Dr. King's connections to New York City. So here to help us with that is Neil Shoemaker. He owns Harlem Heritage Tours and has invested the time to concentrate really on some of the places and events that forever tie Dr. King to New York City. So Neil, welcome to Pix 7 Morning News. Good to see you this morning.
Pleasure to be with you, sir. Good morning.
Neil, so for those who may not know, right, tell us where and when Dr. King's connection to New York City began, way back in the 1950s.
Well, if you can imagine, September of 1958, Dr. King on 125th Street. In 125th Street there, Bloomstein's department store. Dr. King sitting there citing his book, Stride Towards Freedom. A woman approaches, asks him, "Are you Dr. King?" Dr. King says the next thing he felt something beating on his chest. He had been stabbed by this demented woman. They scoop him up, take him to Harlem Hospital. Dr. Conrad C. Vincent performs a miraculous surgery. He said if Dr. King had merely sneezed, he would have died because the letter opener was so close to the main artery in his chest.
Wow.
So that's the first connection. And so, you know, Dr. King, lots of others. Imagine Riverside Church, April 4th, 1967, when Dr. King delivers that most impactful speech, the Beyond Vietnam speech. Imagine March 24th, 1968. You may not have the picture, but right outside this door.
Uh-oh.
We lost him.
What happened? What happened?
Okay.
Right outside this door, right down the block there, March 24th, 1968. Dr. King is installed. He installs Y.T. Walker, his chief of staff, as the head pastor over there. Dr. King then leaves Harlem and goes to Memphis, Tennessee, vowing to come back to Harlem. He never makes it back because we lose him 9 days later.
He really had
So
some.
a lot.
No, he really had some interesting relationships, though, with a lot of figures during the civil rights era. One of them being Malcolm X, who initially opposed Dr. King's methods, right? And he never met Malcolm in New York, but there was also a Harlem congressman, Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Can you tell us a little bit about what their relationship was like?
The big three, Malcolm X, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, many of the Southern civil rights leaders would not associate themselves with Malcolm X, but Adam Clayton Powell Jr. did. And there was somewhat tumultuous relationship between Adam and Martin Luther King Jr. I think Adam, being a big cat, didn't really appreciate the younger one coming up and, you know, kind of taking his light. I bet they're upstairs right now in heaven having a good talk about that. Adam may be apologizing to Dr. King. He may be apologizing to Dr. King on this given day. But I love all these guys dearly because they paid the ultimate price for us to have the freedoms that we have today. And right outside this door here in Harlem, we walk in the footsteps of them every day. And I don't think we really appreciate that.
Yeah, and, you know, and Dr. King became an honorary New Yorker, right, in 1964. For those who are following the history lessons here, but tell us a little bit about that, and also where you are and what your tours really encapsulate when you take people on them.
Well, you know, the idea about tours is to use the industry of tourism to do two things. One, to preserve our history, and two, to contribute to our local economy. And yeah, Dr. King is definitely an honorary member of our Gaming Society here in Harlem, and maybe even of the world. But over there at the Armory, where we received the medal from the city, honoring him for having won the Nobel Peace Prize. So outside this door, there's scores of sites associated with Dr. King, his contemporaries.
So were there really many northern cities, you know, like New York, that Dr. King had a connection to as much as he did with New York?
Well, let's imagine we're all African American and we're leaving the American South and we're coming to the American North. And many of us are looking forward to the jobs and to the lessening of racist policies and practices. But sometimes we encounter scenarios where the rents were too high, or maybe the police were brutal, or maybe sometimes we couldn't get the fair housing that we expected. So Dr. King many times said, I'm going to take some of my triumphs from the South and I'm going to install them in the North. And what better city to make an example of other than New York City? And so therefore Chicago, New York, and Detroit, he was here ever present, but especially New York, especially New York.
Neil, you are fascinating. You're a wealth of knowledge and information. How can people partake in your tour? Because I would take this tour. I didn't know it was around. So
everybody, New Yorkers, everybody come. Check it out online, www.harlemheritage.com. Look me up, Mr. Harlem.
Yeah, Mr. Harlem, there you go, Neil.
Me, Mr. Harlem, guys. Yeah.
We love it. We love it. Thank you for being here this morning, Neil Shoemaker, owner of Harlem Heritage Tours. Appreciate you and your wealth of knowledge and to continue the legacy in honoring Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy your King Day. Thank you.